make mini improvements along the way that were necessary and within the boundaries of our resources.
Alright, hey guys, it's AJ and I'm very thrilled to be here with another startup founder from RP. With me, I have Ryan and he is the man behind Fogo Fungi. Now, before we start, I've always have this question in my mind that it always intrigues me. Why Fogo Fungi?
Oh, why Fogo Fungi?
Yes.
Yeah. We get that all the time. To be honest, I didn't feel like the name was extremely important when starting a startup. I think people tend to spend too much time thinking of names when it's really the product and the whole execution behind it that's more important. So when we first started, Fogo Fungi was just something, we knew we wanted to have fungi in the name, so we just chose a random word that rhymes or rolls off the tongue nicely with fungi. So it's just Fogo Fungi. No other real deeper meaning.
No, it's just okay, because you mentioned about gourmet mushroom. Why didn't you take the word mushroom? Because I think, I mean, if we all care to agree or disagree, that, you know, fungi is something, a word that doesn't associate with something that I would want to eat or like something edible.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we can ask the ground, you know, if you think that fungi is something edible, you let us know. But yeah, so fungi is not really a edible word. So why not mushroom instead of fungi?
Oh, very valid point. Definitely we were thinking about using mushrooms.
Yeah.
But I think we did take that into consideration that people would be kind of shunned away from the word fungi.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're here to really disrupt an industry. So we wanted to put it as blatant as possible, fungi, and really change people's perception on how they think about fungi. Because mushrooms is just a subcategory of fungi. And not all fungi are mushrooms. For example, truffle, many people think truffle is a mushroom, but actually it's a fungi.
I did not know that. Okay. So that means all categories of fungi doesn't mean that they are mushrooms.
Mushrooms is like a subcategory.
So the main category is fungi.
Yeah, that's right.
So the edible ones are mushroom and the non-edible ones are
within the fungi category there are edible mushrooms. There are also edible fungi that are not mushrooms, and definitely a lot of stuff that are not edible.
I see. Wow, this is really this topic alone is really out of my range. The only thing I know is mushrooms that we all know out there. And I think when I got to learn more about your business and about you mentioned that gourmet mushroom. I think there was one time I saw your pitch here at this space that you mentioned about like you cater to like chefs, like restaurants. Is there a certain like niche or market that you focuses on?
Because the business that we're in, we specifically grow gourmet mushrooms. So at the moment, it's a relatively new market. It's not priced as competitively or as low compared to the normal mushrooms or more common mushrooms that you guys would be familiar about. For example, your white button, portobello mushrooms, brown button mushrooms. So simply because of the price point and how the market is growing, right now we serve primarily a lot of 5-star hotels, Michelin restaurants, top chefs. We find that it happens to be this niche of customers that are more discerning, more detailed about the quality and flavors, that kind of enjoy our mushrooms. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but apart from that, we also sell like mushroom grow kits that household consumers can buy and grow in their own house. And we are looking to enter supermarkets this year. So that would be a B2C play or B2B2C play, depending on how you look at it.
Okay. So now I'm curious when you mentioned that, you know, you're supplying to like restaurant, Michelin, stuff very atas, you know, very high class, right? So the quality of the mushroom or the fungi that you provide to them, it's as of quality. And then you did mention that you're going to have your grow kits as well, and now you're going to provide them in the supermarkets. Are there different variations of the fungi that you provide in these different like markets?
Yeah, we are not in supermarkets yet, but it's something we are planning to go into this year. That's a very important consideration when planning to enter supermarkets. At the moment, what me and my team thinks is we will most likely offer these 5-star hotels and top restaurants the full range of product, because that's what they're used to and that's what they have been getting from us. since the start. I think for the supermarkets, we'll start off by maybe offering 3 different products first and see how the market responds. Of course, if the people want more mushrooms, more variations, we'll make the full range available. But at this point in time, because it's it's historically there's not been really a gourmet mushroom brand within your fair price, within your cold storage. So it's a subcategory that we're trying to carve out. And I think the safest approach for both parties would be starting by a small range of products and seeing how the market moves before we add on more.
Okay. And then depending on the mushroom as well, right, the price point is different.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Surely.
Okay. And then I think you also did mention that it's a homegrown. Do you grow the mushrooms or the fungi yourself? Or is it like, do you have a farm here, or is it overseas? I mean, can you share a bit more about the process?
Okay. So we are the farmers ourselves. We have a farm, which is, I believe, the largest indoor mushroom farm right now in Singapore. It's based in the far west, plus south. Yeah, so really far west of Singapore. Lots of industrial area, mostly industrial buildings over there. We farm. What we did is essentially we converted an old office into an indoor mushroom farm. Okay. So a little bit dark, a little bit of special lighting here and there. It's really to mimic the natural environment where mushrooms grow in, which is like the forest floors. So that's what our indoor farm looks like. I think we'll still be there for a while, but hopefully if things go right, we get to expand to a larger facility soon.
I see. Okay. I'm very curious. So right now your office is all the way into us, and I'm pretty sure back then when you first started, it wasn't like how it was today. Okay. So maybe can you bring us along the journey of where, like, from day one, the office to today?
From day one, the office.
How was is it like back then, was it very dark, no lighting, or like self-taught lighting? I don't know, like.
Yeah. So, I mean, before day one, day zero is, I guess is kind of important. Day zero, I was growing when I first started in my bedroom.
In your bedroom?
Yeah, so that's how I started, growing at home first.
Okay.
Keeping costs low, just really learning the foundations of mushroom growing. Day one, when we first moved into the office, I would say we kind of really got lucky. The layout of the office space, which became our farm today, was kind of like perfect for mushroom growing. They already had the right partition walls set up. So we really came in, we just did a lot of retrofitting with our own equipment. The place was very dusty, day one, I think. A lot of electrical cables lying around from the old tenant. So we had to fix that in place, install some of our air conditioning systems, HVAC systems. I would say maybe in few phases. When we first started out, phase one, we got a basic setup up, enough for us to apply for a farm license, enough to start serving some small customers. And then in phase two, we came with more upgrades. Phase three, also more upgrades. I think it's the approach that we take is spending within our own resources. Obviously, we didn't have full resources to do a full-blown high-tech farm at the start. But what we could do is make mini improvements along the way that were necessary and within the boundaries of our resources. So that's what we did. I wouldn't say the farm is complete right now.
Okay.
We're still always trying to throw in new technology, new improvements so that we can better serve our customers and add values for them.
Okay. I had this question in my mind. So when you know how, like, when people hear startups, okay, like you're a founder of startups, it's such a grand name. People think that, oh, you're like getting people to do all the dirty work, and you're just, like giving the speech and giving the talk. But then right here, as I'm listening to your sharing, is you literally like walk the talk. Because it's really from your bedroom, and then you grow from there with the certain upgrades. Maybe you could just share, like, the stigma that people used to have, or maybe still have, about like startup founders.
Okay.
So anything that you want to break it to them, or anything, the reality of things of being a startup founder.
I mean, I'm surprised to hear that the stigma, the stereotype is that startup founders have it easy. I think most people know that startup founders don't have it easy. Nothing so glamorous about it. I think it's definitely a lot of hard work. the stats don't lie. It's really 9 out of 10 startups close down. Along my journey, I joined many accelerator programs, incubator programs where I met so many other startup founders, great founders, I think. But today, many of them have moved on to other stuff, closed down their startup, closed down the business. And that's the reality of things, It's not easy. A good product would not cut it. A good brand name wouldn't cut it. You have to really execute, work really hard, work really smart. And sometimes I think you need a stroke of luck also within your business to really make it. What to expect in the startup life? I think if you're a founder in the startup industry, in the startup space, you can definitely expect very long hours. I find myself even at midnight while I'm lying on my bed ready to get asleep, still thinking about different strategies, different problems at work. How can I change things? How can I make things better? So it really eats you up. I think if you want to be a startup founder, you have to be prepared for that. And I would say find yourself a strong support system, be it family or friends or other startup founders, because the journey can get lonely, and it will be great to have this support for you during the hard times.
Yeah, so I think it's always good to have reality at your face. Like sometimes, it is true that we all know that even running a business, even if let's say it's not startup, even running a business, a home-based business, starting up, there's a lot of like trials and error. There's a lot of things that you learn along the way. And you yourself even mentioned, right, when you want to sleep, you still have a lot of thoughts in your head, like what can be better, what mistakes, what solutions, and hopefully you still have better sleep now, or is it still the same?
Yeah, I just came back from holiday, so
hopefully that holiday is well rested out. So yes, take holiday, okay? Even though, even if you're not a startup founder, holiday is also important because you need that mental rest. Okay, I would like to just ride on when you mentioned that you had, a few like great startup founders. You started, and then when you see one of them one by one like shutting down their business, how did you feel at that point of time? Do you question yourself that maybe this might not be for you, or is it the opposite direction?
Yeah,
what was the effect?
Okay, I think the self-doubt will always be there. At least for me, I have the self-doubt. Occasionally over time. Whether or not these guys close down, I think it doesn't affect me. It's just the reality of things, And it happens so often that I wasn't really fazed about it. I think it's what's more important is facing your own thoughts and emotions during the startup journey itself. There are days, of course, where we celebrate small wins. But there are days also that that self-doubt creeps in, where you start thinking that if you're running down the right path. No real way to work through it, I guess. You just have to internalize, have dialogues with yourself, speak with other people who are subject matter experts, and from there you can have a better inkling if you're running down the right track. But they say to be a startup founder, you have to be delusional.
You have to be
delusional.
Okay, delusional.
But not too delusional. That's what I think.
Okay, how far off the delusion?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Is there like a sweet spot?
There's no sweet spot. I don't believe there's a science to it.
Okay.
I believe it's more of an art. But there are some boundaries that you can draw for yourself, right? It's really what you want at the end of the day. If let's say you're in a scenario where you feel that you're still young, you can waste. Waste or spend 1 year of your time.
Okay, spend
to really
1 year.
To build a business that may not succeed.
Yes.
Then you can draw that line after one line. If nothing, after 1 year, if nothing happens, then you can stop it. Or maybe it could be if you have, let's say, $500.
Okay.
Or $1,000 to do the startup. And if you exceed that budget, then maybe that's a line for you, that you don't put in more cash or capital to carry it on.
Right.
I did draw some lines for myself also on what's worth pushing for.
Yes.
And I came really close so far to the boundaries, maybe even sometimes exceed the boundary line, but convinced myself to get back into it. So
I see. Okay,
yeah, that's how it goes.
Okay. Before I ask you the next question, just to let the floor know that you have any question that you want to ask Ryan, whether is it related to a startup or even self-doubt, as you were mentioning about that, feel free to also ask. So I'm not the only person to ask questions. So if the floor have any questions, feel free to also ask as well. Okay? Yeah, just to make sure. Okay. Okay, wait. I just want to touch a bit on the mental health space. Okay, the mental wellness space, because right now, as in this current day and age, mental health is highly talked about. There's some importance of it. Of course, there's still a lot of there's still a lot of ways that people can go about it, to improve in terms of the mental health here in Singapore. Just the last month, we actually have one. I'm not sure if you've heard SJ Zijin, I think a kind place. So she also did mention about the mental health space. Yeah. So now coming back here, when you are, setting boundaries, you're having thoughts at night, how did you measure or balance like your running your business and your own mental health? Was there a struggle? Did you seek help? This is a like a safe space, right? Safe space to of course like let those who are listening, who are founders themselves or they are looking into having their own startup. So these are the few things that sometimes we feel that it's not important or it doesn't hit us, but it hit us when we least expect it. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely an important topic. Like I mentioned earlier, I strongly believe that if you want to start a startup, you must have good support system from friends and families. And I'm thankful to have that. Very supporting ecosystem around me. When I'm feeling down or need a listening ear, I know that I can always count on them. And that's I would say that's a really good way to start if you're facing some kind of burnout or stress at work. Have some good friends and family around you that you can count on. You can speak to them. I feel like just talking about the problem sometimes helps lessen the burden and load on yourself. Maybe another tip would be to take breaks in between. I just did
like
a holiday.
How long was the holiday?
5 days.
5 days?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was good. I tried to not think about work, but even on the holiday, I was thinking a little bit about work.
How do you, okay, I mean, since you're on this topic, how do you, of course it's easier said than done, right? When we're on a holiday, we try to, focus in the moment and enjoy, but then, we still keep thinking about it. What are the few maybe like tips or ways that you catch yourself, or like how do you prevent or stop or
I mean, I just off the data.
Just off the...
try to mute out notifications. But of course, I would say don't do that irresponsibly. Before I left for my holiday trip already, I've already handed over to my team and they're a great team. I know I can count on them. So actually, I really didn't have to look at my phone or check emails or messages or anything. It was just, I guess it's like a founder's issue. We can't let go a little bit. So I did admit that sometimes during holiday, turn on the data, scroll through the email, make some calls a little bit. But the best way to do it, I think, is like just lock out time, maybe.
Right.
I think there are apps that you can lock.
Yes.
I don't use it, but there are probably apps that can help you lock interaction. Might be like meant for parenting, I think. Like where parents lock the kids app from certain timing. You can probably do that on yourself.
Okay.
If you, but for me, I just try to keep the phone away, enjoy the moment of the holiday, off your data, off the notifications.
Yep, I think it's very well said, and it's very it's a valid point as well. Like how as a business owner, as we're running the business, I mean, even if you're not parent, you can also download the app, right, to cut off certain apps notifications. And I think there is some that even like let your phone sleep for a few period of time, like an hour, like how long you want it. So I think if you have the time to prioritize your business, I think you also have the time to prioritize rest, prioritize time for yourself away from, all the buzz and everything. So yes, I think very nicely put there. Even on a holiday, yes, as much as easy said than done. Yeah, we can enjoy ourselves. We can book a trip. 5 days holiday with your family. Yeah, sure, it's gonna be fine. But at the reality of it, we still think about work.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the hard truth, the hard truth.
Yeah, but I don't think it's a bad thing also. I think I feel like it's natural when you have a strong sense of ownership.
Right.
And it's important to have a strong sense of ownership if you really want to commit towards something. I think the only thing is that knowing how to balance it and knowing when is too much.
Yes.
So, I mean, if I was doing work the whole time, 5 days on holiday, I shouldn't have been on holiday in the first place.
Exactly, right? You might as well just be here and just...
Yeah, so that's what I kind of told myself, and that's why try to limit work, doing work during the holiday. But yeah, I find this incredibly important. It's really the sense of ownership when committing to a business or maybe in a relationship or whatever kind of endeavor you choose to embark on. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Okay. So we're going to come back a bit more into Fogo Fungi, into the business. So I think when I was looking through the website to learn more about your business, I think that we will also use this as a way to learn more, more about what you guys do. So I would like to touch on the education part, the education sector, because I won't say not a lot of startups will have this education part in their business, because always about, like how to get the next client, B2B, B2C, is always about the business, always about the growth. But then you mentioned about like how is it vital for education? Maybe you can just share a bit more, like what is the importance of educating or the education aspect of your business?
Yeah, I think specifically for us at Fogo Fungi, education is really important because of two reasons. The first is really my love and passion for fungi and mushrooms. It was not easy for me to learn about mushroom growing, mushroom cultivation, and this fascination for fungi that I have is really a really strong one. I think they are such wonderful organisms, being able to be used as medicine, food, materials, bioremediation. So simply because of this strong passion for the subject and understanding how difficult it is to learn about it, I think that's why we chose to focus a little bit on education, just to spread the love for fungi. The second reason why education is really important for us, right, is because we're kind of in a new space. I believe before you visited our website, maybe you didn't know much about gourmet mushrooms or even seen some of the varieties of mushrooms that we grow. So when it comes to a new category, I mean, we get it all the time. Customers asking us or messaging us, is this edible? We have not seen this color before. We have not seen this specific mushroom. What is the flavor? And that's where the education comes in, right? It's not a totally new product. It exists in the US, it exists all over Europe. It's very popular and trendy there. But the Singaporean market has yet to be familiar with it. So this kind of things, you need to educate. You need to teach people how to cook it. You need to explain to them how we grow it. And yeah, I think that's how we started out and why it's important to us. These days, on top of just teaching about fungi to chefs, to restaurants, to hotels. We also do educational workshops for hobbyists, for schools. It can be a really fun activity. I think mushroom is really fun to grow. I
just found out that there are more ways to cook mushroom. I always thought that you can either stir fry or
you can.
Is there more to it?
Yeah, there's so much more to it.
Okay, what's your favorite way of cooking a mushroom? The mushroom.
I'm not a good cook, so I always just do stir fries.
Stir fry only.
The easiest way to do. But when on the journey to actually educate people more about fungi, I'm not a good cook, so I ended up educating myself a lot more about different cooking methods. When I bring a sample box to a chef, some of them I have experience working with the product. I'll chat with them, learn from them as well. It's not just about me teaching them. I think they have a lot of experience that I can learn from. And I start to learn a lot of different ways of cooking, not just for mushrooms, but even simple things that like rice, like chicken. I never really thought about it, but these chefs they're like crazy, you know.
Of course,
they know a lot of different ways to cook it to really bring out the flavor. So yeah, this is something I learned along the way.
Okay, so I guess you have like two main reasons for education. You're educating your buyers, you're educating your consumers, but at the same time, through your journey, you also educate yourself.
Yeah.
Right? You learn like different cooking methods. I mean, as I'm talking with you, I'm already like, oh, I didn't know that we have like, so many ways of cooking mushroom. And then who knows, maybe after this, speaking, after this, the talk, then I might go back and then look at mushroom differently.
Yeah.
And who knows, maybe, in the supermarket, I was like, hey, Fogo Fungi, I just talked to Ryan, that kind of thing. Okay, so it's very interesting that way, because I think right now you're in a position that you are, I won't say alone, but you are championing in this area, right? Like you mentioned, like fungi is not something that everyone is open, or not everyone is like, it's common to hear. But then now that you mentioned about it, do you think, or maybe there might be future competitors, or maybe there already is or are currently, how do you see them as a source of motivation, or do you see them as, how we have like competition, collaboration, which category, if let's say there are more coming in and doing what you do?
Yeah. We are not the only mushroom farm in Singapore.
Yes.
There are like 5 to 6 other mushroom farms right now. In fact, we are the youngest mushroom farm in Singapore.
Okay.
So the other mushroom farms have been around way longer than us. I think competition is not something to be scared of. I do think that in the coming years or months, there will be new competitors entering.
Yep.
And I hope more competitors enter, because usually when competition increases, that signals to a certain extent that the market is growing. And as of right now, it's not our goal to fully control the market, because it's still small.
Yep.
Our goal is to grow the market and grow along with the market. So for that to happen, competition has to come in.
Right.
I'm a very competitive person since young, and for me, competition it serves as a motivation for me. I love.
You love the challenge.
Yeah, I love the challenge, keeping on my toes. It teaches you to not be complacent.
Yep.
And it challenges you to constantly innovate, so that you can stay at the top. So of course, if a competitor comes in and then they can do a product that's way better than you for a way lower price, it should tell at least the team or the team behind your company that maybe you're not really adding value into the space. And it's the hard truth of the business world, man. If you don't add value, then you get out.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I would like to, when you mentioned that when you want to run a business, if you don't add value, so does that mean that your business is not, like not up for it, or not in the game?
Yeah, I think if your business don't add value, I'm not saying you won't get success. You probably get some success if you're lucky in the short run, but you won't really be able to build a long-term sustainable business. I think consumers these days are incredibly conscious about their purchasing decision.
Yeah.
We have the internet, we have ChatGPT AI right now. It's easy to do a comparison.
Correct.
To figure out what is the best product to buy. And as a company, if you're not adding value, or you try to fake the value that you provide, I think consumers will pick up onto it very easily. Yeah.
Consumers back then and consumers now very different, huh?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So as in, with the different way of people consume things, do you also kind of like change your way or adapt to the different consumers along the way, along the years?
Yeah, for sure. I think a good example of this is already the industry we serve in. We serve both very conscious consumers, and we also serve consumers that are still following a very traditional protocol or procedure.
Right.
So for example, like if we're selling our grow kit direct to consumers, we find that the Gen Zs who are part of our target audience, they are incredibly visual, short attention span.
Yep.
So you have to make sure that whatever materials that you're pushing out reaches them. Maybe if you do like a flyer, I don't think they will really see that, or brochure that you give out. So you have to really think about, I think TikTok is a great way, Instagram videos. So that's an example of how you can serve existing and new consumers. You have to follow a trend.
Yep.
But at the same time, we also serve very traditional consumers, right? Like your hotels. These are typically run by the older generation.
Yep.
The chefs or maybe the purchasing people, they're not used to purchasing on TikTok Shop.
So do you have to like bring?
Yeah, so you have to bring do business the traditional way. You have to really send an email, do a cold call, knock on their doors, bring a sample box, chat with them in person. That's just the way that they conduct business.
Yep.
So I think whatever business you run, make sure you're following the consumer trend of your specific target audience.
Correct.
If you have multiple target audiences, then you have to do a multi-pronged approach to target it.
So it's interesting that you have your traditional and you also have the modern day, the online shopping and everything. So between these two, which one do you find it a bit more challenging, or maybe any challenges that you face compared to traditional cold knocking doors and then the short attention videos to capture the Gen Zs?
Yeah, I think they're both equally challenging.
Okay.
The traditional one was challenging for me because I had no F&B experience, so I really didn't understand the way that hotels or chefs conduct their way of business. But you learn along the way. Always stay like inquisitive, stay hungry to find out and learn information, and you'll probably be able to overcome it. Versus new trends, I think it's a challenging one because I'm not a Gen Z,
Okay.
but I have to try to keep up with those trends. I think the one way of dealing with this kind of challenge is hiring the right talent to join your team that may be familiar with dealing with this type of target audience or dealing with this type of platform, for example, like TikTok, Instagram, social media creation. Yeah.
Okay, great. Right into the next one, when you mentioned about another key, a pillar for your brand also include inclusion and diversity. So you did mention about hiring people or your team or part of like you have a Gen Z in your team so that they can cater, and probably maybe do you have an older generation in your team as well, I presume? Yes.
So I mean on this topic, that's kind of like the vision that we set out for the company, right? When we started it.
Correct.
We're still a small team, so I think it can't be. It will be difficult to really call us a very inclusive company.
Right.
But this is kind of like just a guiding pillar for us when it comes to the hiring process.
Okay.
We don't restrict like hiring someone who is like more senior or too young for the job.
Yeah.
We believe that, especially for our industry, everything can be taught, everything can be learned. It's more importantly is to have the right mindset and the right values and that aligns with the culture of our team.
Correct.
Right now we're a small team. We do have a foreign worker and Gen Z in our team also. And hopefully as the team grows, we continue to follow the same values in our hiring. I would like to see a diverse group of team, not just consisting of Singaporeans, but foreigners as well, young, seniors. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. Aside from the team, you also did mention about like state of the art, like technology that you guys use. How does that translate into that area in terms of like the inclusion and diversity?
We try to use like the latest technology that's available for mushroom growing, so that it can bring more value to our customers. It helps. Some of the stuff that we have at our farm helps us to grow more efficiently, help us to grow higher quality produce, and it also makes the job of the team easier as well.
Right.
And we've come to a point where we have automated as much as possible. That's even possible for people with no experience at all to actually do farming. So as we speak right now, I'm speaking with a center for people with autism.
Okay.
We're trying to look into setting up a mushroom farm for them, where it can create job opportunities for these guys who have special needs and may find it difficult, or at least they're learning to accustom to the working world. So yeah, with technology and the way we've broken it down, we start seeing mushroom farming done by all sorts of people from all sorts of life.
Very nice, very nice. Okay. Wow. I am mind blown for a moment, because I think it's more than just the business. It's more than just the, the profit, loss, the journey. It's more than that. I think as you go along your journey, you meet new people, new experiences, and then more new opportunities. Did you see yourself having like a mushroom for the autistic people back then, or
no?
Not at all.
I think the business evolves.
Yes.
Along the way.
Correct.
But that's why we have the vision of the company, right? It serves as kind of like the guiding star, the North Star for us. And yeah, along the way, I think a lot of businesses will pivot, they will change.
Yeah.
But as long as you stay true to your vision, and the journey will be worthwhile. Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I think we have, it was a very nice turn of events, I would say, like for the business, and then now they're opening opportunities for, I won't say like include, I mean, yeah, in a sense, it's inclusion, right? You're bringing in people from like for special needs and stuff like that, giving job opportunities, as well as giving them a place in society, right, in general. That's very nice. I think a lot of companies are also, I mean, right now, from my experience, a lot of companies are looking more into the sustainability part. Yeah. And then, in terms of like the sustainability, sustainability is more, but then now this is more than just that. Yeah, so I think that's very, very nice, and it's like a humble, it's a humble, like a humble vision action to go about it. Okay. Now another pillar I think that really resonates with me is the trust and transparency, right? Running a business, of course, you want, as much as you want to be transparent, and sometimes you cannot be too transparent. And in terms of building trust, right now, if competition is, with competition rising, how you then build trust with either your current clients or your potential clients. So maybe you can just share a bit more in this area.
Yeah, I mean, I think trust and transparency is important in the way you conduct business, especially for our category. It's like a lot of mushrooms can be imported, and sometimes it might not be so clear where the source of the mushroom came from.
Yep.
What if there's any additives, any kind of pesticides, chemicals are used during the growing process. So that's a way we use trust and transparency as a way to value add to our consumers in our business dealings, in the way we grow our mushrooms. Any chef tomorrow, if they wanted to buy mushrooms from us, they're always welcome to have a free farm tour.
Yep.
We get auditors, the hotel auditors coming over to inspect our premises all the time also. And it's just to show that we have nothing to hide. So that it's kind of interlinked also. It builds trust with the consumers.
Right.
We try to also build trust with the consumers by in the way we communicate with them. If there's an issue that comes up, I think what our customers really want is for us to be able to respond quickly and to figure out a way to resolve whatever mistakes that happen, because mistakes happen along the way as much as you try to plan for it. It's just the way business works, Correct, it happens, but the recovery from there, I think that's how you build trust with the businesses. The hotels, the restaurants, they know that they can count on us to provide mushrooms. Even if something comes out not to their liking, we'll find a way to resolve it.
I see. Okay, maybe can you just share with us any, based on your past experience, like any mistake that has been made that you had a bit of a challenge to overcome?
A bit of a challenge.
or maybe too much challenge? I don't know. Like how was it handled? Like any previous, whether is it consumer or is it something, I wouldn't say memorable, but sometimes it's like too unexpected and it leave an impact on you. Like, is there any moments like that before?
Yeah. It got me a spot. Not a particular one that I can think at the top of my mind right now, but like just recently we have like an occasion where we mixed up the orders. We sent the wrong order to the wrong customer.
Okay.
This shouldn't happen.
Okay.
But obviously we dealt with the issue immediately. And what we did is just give a replacement, refund the order back to the customer as well. And I think more importantly is to review how it happened and how we can prevent it from happening again.
Right.
I think challenges come all the time.
Yep.
Maybe luckily we haven't came across a challenge that we couldn't solve. But I believe there's always a way.
There will always be a way.
Yeah, always be a way in everything that you do to
Right.
figure out. So just have to make sure you have the right mindset, the right team to deal with it. Don't run away from the problems. Face it on head on.
Yes, I like that. Don't run away from your problems. You gotta face it, face on. You gotta face them, right? You gotta face your problems and make sure you don't run away from them. Okay, I like that. You're very positive. Okay, even if it's a mistake, I think quick response. I think it's very important for any business, for any startup. Just because you're a small number, just because you're a small team, and it's very like when you mentioned about trust and transparency. When you make a mistake, you admit it, right? You don't, sometimes we make a mistake and we try to cover up or we try to, point fingers. But then again, I think to build that trust, if you're able to admit your mistakes and you face the problem, then people will see you differently, right? And then that's where, you even though it's a mistake, but you kind of gain more trust, right? Gain more trust when you overcome it, head on. Okay, now we've talked about the business, we've talked about the different mushroom and fungi and different ways of cooking it. I think that's, I don't know, that's the most interesting part for me. And now we're going to come back to you on a personal level as Ryan, okay? So Ryan, actually, you studied business management at SMU. And you discovered mushrooms on YouTube. Tell us more about this. Is it those kind that, like how people go to YouTube and they are sad and they look at like cute cats, just to find passion and joy or warmness in the heart? Is that some kind of thing? Or, how did it start about this?
Not exactly like that, but how it all happened was during the pandemic, I was on YouTube, and YouTube has this function where it suggests random videos on the right of the screen, if I remember correctly. And randomly one day, that night, a mushroom video popped out. I clicked on it, watched it, and something in me just clicked. I just felt really interested by it.
Was it like love at first sight? Was it that same?
You could say so.
I don't know. Was it love at first sight? You saw a mushroom video and
you could say so. Maybe it was just the right video at the right time. But I felt, I can't really describe it, but I was like just so fascinated with it. I ended up watching a lot more videos that night. The next day, I found myself researching more about fungi. And through those research, I realized that the Singapore government was talking a lot about the importance of local food security. So I thought to myself that maybe there was like a business opportunity between doing a business and my newfound passion or fascination with fungi. And I started growing at home, learning the basics. I even went to learn more about the industry. I volunteered in a vegetable farm. I worked in an insect farm.
Insect?
Yeah, insect farming startup.
We do have an insect farm here.
Yeah, we have insect farms in Singapore.
Oh yes, we do have the one that's very popular. I think from RP as well. They did a cricket.
Cricket.
Right?
I was working in one that we're farming specifically the black soldier fly.
Black?
So it's black soldier fly.
Black soldier fly.
Yeah, it's kind of insect that lays a lot of these larvae, and the larvae live in really tight, dense clusters, and they feed on like food waste. So it's really cool. You feed on food waste, and then at the end of the day, the insects can be used as animal protein and whatever poop They call it fresh that comes out of the insect that can be used as a fertilizer.
Okay.
So I worked in vegetable farm, insect farm to learn about the industry more. And then, fast forward today, we are running a mushroom farm on our own.
Was this all happen during the pandemic?
It happened over a period, it was early 2022, I believe.
2022?
Yeah, early 2022, I watched the video.
Okay.
2022, 2023, I worked outside, volunteered outside in farms. Mid 2023 is when I started the company.
Okay.
So we are just about 2 years.
2 years old.
Yeah,
wow.
just 2 years old right now.
Still a baby, 2 years old.
Really
Toddler.
Yeah.
2 years old toddler. Okay, before 2022, before you clicked on that video or that fateful night, before that, where were you at, Ryan?
Oh, yeah. After I graduated from SMU in 2019, I worked in the hospitality industry for about 3 years. So I was doing all sorts of things. Selling hotel rooms, managing the housekeeping team, the front desk team, the receptionist. Running ops, running sales, business development. So that was my first and only job before I started the farm. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna dive a bit deeper. We're gonna go in between.
Sure.
Okay. So from you working there and then you clicking the video and then you mentioned that as you heard like the government is looking at local sustain. Was it local? Food security.
Yeah.
And then something clicked along the way, and then you thought that, hey, this is a business opportunity that perhaps I can go into.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. And you did mention that you're from business management at SMU. Did you apply any of the business? I'm assuming that you have some business background, and then you apply it as you're growing. Running the business.
the studying business management at SMU really gives you a nice overview of how to run a business.
Yep.
So definitely in my day-to-day, I think a lot of the core foundational concepts or knowledge about running a business, I learned it at SMU. So I definitely apply it, whether consciously or subconsciously, in the day-to-day. I even went back to SMU for the business incubator program, which is tailored specifically for startups.
Okay.
And from there, they really do like a little bit more of a deep dive. They give you access to a nice ecosystem of other startup founders and industry experts or mentors.
Yeah.
So they're always just kind of like a phone call away or email away. I have reached out to them in the past when I had like certain logistical problems, but I knew logistics wasn't my forte. So what I did was just reached out to my mentor and got answers from there.
Okay. So maybe I think as we are here, your SMU alumni, maybe you can share a bit for your juniors or maybe those who are, like thinking about, maybe some of them also did click a mushroom video one fine night and then, they have this joy or this passion in them. Perhaps what can you share, of those who, wanting to follow your footsteps?
I think if you have a passion or an interest in anything and you want to start a business on it, I'll say go for it, man. Follow your passion, follow your dreams, but make sure to not just go in blindly.
Yep.
You have to make very calculated steps. Make sure you are well prepared. We talked about some of this earlier on, like make sure you have the right support, the right ecosystem. Make sure you understand the core concepts of running a business. And it'll come to a point when you have everything planned out, you will still need to take a leap of faith at the end of the day and take some risk. And when it boils down to that point, my advice would be to follow your passion, follow your dreams.
Follow your passion and follow your dreams. This is something that I would say a lot of us have, but it's always difficult to take the first step.
Yeah, it's always difficult to take.
It's always difficult to take.
It's always difficult to take the first step, but it's something you learn along the way. No one knows everything. I really think that way. No one knows everything.
Yes.
Some stuff you have to figure out along the way as you go. But it's very important. Don't just dive in blindly, because just like how I think a lot of people are afraid to take the first step. I think that a lot of people take a wrong step also. And not saying taking a wrong step is bad, but try to brace yourself a avoid taking the wrong step, and if you really do take the wrong step,
Yep.
make sure you recover from that, bounce back, because you probably learn something from that as well. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, very, very nice. Okay, final, one more time. On the floor, any questions? Oh, everyone's so good today. No? You go, okay, yes, please.
I'm from marketing, so naturally my question is marketing. You mentioned about when you were starting out 2 years ago. How did you market your products? Was it because you got a network? Was it because you rely on SMU's accelerator? Yeah, that's my question. I don't think you started online. I think you started offline.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're definitely correct. I talked about this earlier. There's like a different target audience that we focused on. The young and conscious audience that came a little bit later. At the start, it was very traditional. So for traditional ways of marketing, at the start, what we did was there are a lot of trade shows for the industry that you're in. For example, for us in the food industry, we attended like the Agri-Food Tech Expo, which RP gave us a booth for. So that was like a low-cost way for us to stand at the booth, talk about our products. I think I got one of my first few customers from there. They were just an organization that was looking to purchase mushroom, and they happened to stumble upon us. We had no real product at that point in time, but we kept a conversation going. They believed in us, and they ended up being our customer up to today. So trade shows is one way to do marketing for a very traditional business. That was not the only trade show we went to. We went for a lot of other trade fairs. That's just a great way where all your target audience, and for us it was like hotels, the restaurants, the chefs. We always kept thinking like, what would be the best way to reach out to them, right? That kind of guides our marketing efforts. And we realized that the only place that they really all gathered together was these kind of trade fairs. And trade fairs don't happen all the time. So the next step when we start thinking of marketing is, what else can we do? So we thought that some kind of social media presence is still important at the end of the day, especially for traditional business. They like to see our website. Instagram, I would say, is pretty core nowadays, and a name card. So we got on to doing that. Then along the way, we realized that, okay, they need more information when it comes to learning about a product. So we moved on to making brochures. Nothing crazy. We just use free softwares like Canva. Design something simple, and yeah, that's how we started off marketing for the company. I had no industry connections, but I think it's the hardest is always the first customer. Once you get the first customer, then it gets easier from there, right? You get 10 customers. Out of 10 customers, now you can start finding more creative ways. Instead of actually going out to look for new customers, you ask the existing 10 customers, like, hey, you enjoy our product so far? What can we improve on it? And at the end, you can always ask, like, do you know 2 other chefs or 2 other hotels that may enjoy using the product that we have? And from there, it's like a word of mouth network effect.
Yeah, maybe just touch or maybe just share a bit more. You know, when you're at the first trade show, you didn't have a product, right? So there must be something that you said or you did that, you know, made your first client believe in you. Was there like a secret sauce to it, or like is there a secret word, or how did?
No, honestly, we didn't think too much into it at that point in time.
Okay.
Maybe we got lucky, but looking back and reflecting, I think there must be a reason, right? Like why they purchased from us. This guy has no product. They don't have a license yet to start selling. Why should we even consider to purchase from them? And if I'm not wrong, there's this book which they talk about the power of influence, and there are few factors that position itself to influence others. And I think for us, maybe luckily or maybe just like naturally also, I think myself and the team have a strong charisma. So, you know, charisma is just something when you talk to someone, they have that belief in you, you know, they bet on you at the end of the day. So, I mean, it could have gone totally wrong also. Maybe the charisma doesn't sell at the end of the day, right? Like, it's just to hook them on with that influence and with that interest. A year later, if we had given them a terrible product, they wouldn't have remain
Yes.
our customer.
Correct.
So yeah, there are ways that I think you can influence. Of course, there's a lot of no's. A lot of people didn't believe in us, but it was just that one that we needed, right? I mean, you have no product, and
Yeah.
you talk to everyone at the trade show. You just needed one customer to believe in us, and that's what we got.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully that answers your question. So about charisma,
Yeah.
I think it's the strong belief, right? I think like what you mentioned now.
Yeah, maybe it's the passion that
yeah,
shines
it's the
through
passion and because like you mentioned, you cannot fake it. I mean, of course, there's a saying you fake it till you make it. But then when it comes to like closing that one person or making that one person believe in you, you really need to be your authentic and genuine self. There's no hiding from it, right? You need to be there, and then for them to see it, and then only then they will believe you, and then in your vision and your mission and the business.
Yeah.
Right.
Surely, yeah. So I mean, end of the day, if you're no product yet, I guess the best tip would be try to make an offer that is so irresistible to refuse. Maybe back then I loved mushrooms so much back then, even now also. And I guess just speaking about it, maybe I was telling them how interesting, how wonderful the flavor is going to be, how we're going to make sure to wow your clients and customers that eat or taste our mushroom. Maybe that was like the hook that made them believe in us so much to take a bet on us, even though we had no product. So yeah, I think if you make a irresistible offer,
Nice.
that's hard for them to say no, then they can't say no, right?
Okay. Last question. This is really off everything.
Yep.
What do you do during your free time?
What do I do during my free time?
Yes.
I don't get too much free time. I just enjoy spending time with my family, my girlfriend. I enjoy going to a bar just to relax. And actually, it's thinking how to solve problems related to the business or learning about other businesses. It's like an interest of mine. So I do a lot of that in my free time also, thinking of
Is that a hobby? Do you consider it as a hobby?
It's just an interest that I would say I think some people are interested in music, some people are interested in arts. I'm just interested since young about how businesses work. So I enjoy spending my free time to think about my work. So it's kind of weird, but I also like to think about other people's businesses and how they have grown it, or what caused them to succeed, what caused them to fail. A lot of pondering I do during my free time.
Okay, so even during his free time, he's also thinking about work, and it's it's a passion / hobby. It's all in one. Okay, any, I won't say last words, but any advice or quote or anything that you live by that you want to share with the audience?
My advice would be, don't take advice from everyone. Advice is free everywhere. There are so many people that told me how to do this, told me how to do that, even though when I didn't ask them for advice also. So you come to a point where you realize that advice is really free, it's really everywhere. A lot of advice are also always conflicting and not towards the same end goal. So don't take advice from everyone. If you really want to take advice from someone, take it from someone who has been there, or someone who's a subject matter expert. So yeah, maybe specifically to marketing, that I was just sharing about the way I did marketing at our startup, but we are in no ways do we claim to be a marketing expert. If you really need like marketing advice, look for someone who has the expertise on marketing. So yeah, that's my advice for everyone.
I think we're good. Thank you, Ryan. I
Wonderful.
think it has
Thanks,
been
AJ.
a
Thanks for having me.
nice 1 hour. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Coffee. I know your coffee finished already.
Okay.
So this is additional coffee for you. And any one of you who's looking for fungi, mushroom edible fungi, please check out Fogo Fungi. Ask Ryan. I think he's more than happy to share about his passion and his love for fungi. And with that, see you guys in the next episode.
Thank you.